Boy, I got a feel for those who actually attended this show, not because of show quality or anything, but because this event literally started at 10 o'clock in the morning over on the West Coast. I was in Los Angeles for WrestleMania week, but watched this from my hotel and I was tired without even going. WWE should really consider putting NXT Stand and Deliver on its own night again. Why not Thursday? Pretty Deadly being reduced to being the host of NXT's biggest pay-per-view event when they are literally one of the best tag teams on the brand heading into today and should have been in at least the tag team title match. Since we're kicking things off with the NXT Women's Championship Ladders match, I honestly want to bring up something. What was the honest point of having Roxanne Perez do a collapsing segment a few weeks prior, have her stripped of the NXT Women's Championship, all just to put it back on her mere days before this event? It didn't add more drama to the story, nor did it pay off for her since she loses this match anyway. Damn, gotta suck for Tiffany Stratton. Probably asked Melina to borrow her paparazzi for her entrance and was instantly denied, so she had to use camera sound effects to make it look like she's a big deal. I'm honestly adding 3 sins because why did only half the women competing in this match today get an on-screen entrance but the rest were relegated to enter in during the pre-show? It's not like those 3 entrances would cause NXT to go over the 3-hour airtime limit, as the show ends with so much time to spare. Also, if WWE was so worried about these many entrances causing the show to go into overtime, then maybe stop having a minimum of 4 to 6 challengers for almost all your title matches on this pay-per-view. See, even Zoe Stark is pissed off that she's relegated to a simple name for her entrance with no spotlight. Can I just say that I love it when WWE places the championship over 20 feet above the ring so that it's extremely difficult to reach the prize even with a bigger ladder? That's way better than making it too easy for the wrestlers.
No, it's gonna be big.
Lyra Valkyria and Indy Hartwell faced off on the outside with their ladders, yet Indy did nothing about Lyra running toward her.
Close to not being able to even do that here.
What in the hell was that supposed to be? Because Roxanne Perez was so low to the ground in the head scissors takedown, there is no way in hell that it would cause Zoe Stark to suddenly get thrown halfway across the ring, switching directions in the process, just to spear Tiffany Stratton.
That's extraordinary.
The weird way Booker T said extraordinary reminds me a lot of when Finn Balor was the extraordinary man who did extraordinary things. Weird times, right?
She's ready to put her toxic past behind her.
Wah wah. Also, I don't even have to wait for Gigi Dolan to place the ladder up in the ring before I can say this. First ladder introduced is too small to reach the prize cliche. Even more awkward knowing Gigi is short, the ladder is short, and the title is up high.
Step by step to the NXT Women's Championship.
Because Zoe Stark and Tiffany Stratton were taking too long in the ring, Gigi Dolan had to stand in position with the ladder for over 5 seconds before someone finally kicked her away. Not having a lot of good timing so far in this match, are we?
You never had until you get it.
Clearly, Zoe thought she was supposed to connect the back suplex, while Tiffany figured she was supposed to counter, leading to this awkward moment.
Talk about putting in the work.
Zoe Stark fell back despite her not getting hit with Indy's ladder at all. I would facepalm, but I wear glasses now, and I don't want to break them, so I'll just add a sin before I get too annoyed.
And Hartwell.
Because those barricades were easily sensitive to being knocked over, Zoe and Indy had to move as slow as possible, which in turn made the ladder sandwich look bad. You know, just for once, I'd like to see someone climb the really small ladder, reach the tip top, realize the title was still too far away, and then they climb back down just to get a bigger ladder. That would be funny as hell if you ask me.
She's getting up quick.
Don't worry, Zoe, you don't have to stop Lyra from trying to get the title. Based on the ladder size, she was never going to make it anyway. You can't be serious, right? Now the really small ladder is not even under the championship? What is the point of that?
She's looking for black gold.
If Indy Hartwell is looking for black gold, then why is she competing for a title that's almost entirely white with almost no gold on it?
But can she climb? She's got to go.
Indy Hartwell clearly has a lot of adrenaline and energy as she was rushing to reposition the ladder underneath the NXT Women's Championship. Yet when she starts climbing the ladder, all her energy has been entirely depleted. Why do wrestlers always do that?
I'm sure it's different.
Tiffany hurries back into the ring, then proceeds to fall back well before Gigi's ladder could ever whack her in the face.
She is wiping out the field.
Oh, come on. If you're Zoe Stark and you see what Gigi Dolan is doing, why would your first instinct be to run toward the obvious spinning ladder trick with an "ow my hands" moment at the same time?
The field. This goes back to strategy.
Apparently getting hit in the face by a ladder activates her somersault instincts. This match is honestly tough to watch at times.
Stepping up in this moment right now.
Damn, missed opportunity for Tiffany to throw the ladder and then have it whack her in the face like Kevin Owens with a steel chair at last year's WrestleMania. That would have been hilarious and could have removed a sin too. Oh! I won't lie, that hurts way worse than Tiffany landing entirely on the ladder. She landed on her hips on the edge of the ladder while her head hit another ladder, so the brutality increased. I'll take a sin off for that and pray that she's okay. Guess it wouldn't be a ladders match without a ladder being bridged somewhere in the arena.
Who wants it most?
It looks like it's
This is awkward when you realize that Lyra Valkyria has been through hell and taken so much punishment, yet manages to climb the ladder faster than a fresh Indy Hartwell did moments ago. Gigi Dolan has been feuding with JC Jane for about 2 months now, yet is shocked to see her rival interfere in this match. I'd be slightly taken aback for like a second, but then I'd try to knock my rival off the ladder to save myself. Ouch! I gotta say, Tiffany Stratton took the most punishment out of everyone in this match. I would remove a sin for this, but I can't because a better thing to do would be to throw in 2 sins due to her opponents outside the ring failing to catch her when she went sailing, as Tiffany fell through them all and crashed onto the floor. They should consider themselves lucky she didn't break anything. It's important to protect your opponents in matches. Do better. Dexter Lumis helping Indy Hartwell win the NXT Women's Championship was an excellent callback to their marriage storyline, and I didn't expect that to happen at all. It was so awesome to see.
arriving earlier today.
Any earlier and it would still be dark outside due to the unfortunate reality of the time zone on the West Coast. What is it with Booker T literally hating everyone except Roxanne Perez? If he's trying to be the annoying heel commentator, he's doing it wrong because there's no logical explanation for his negative feedback toward everyone. Just stop it, it's a failure. I think I could see future WWE champions in this group, since that's usually what happens with extras on a stage.
The New Day, a tag team that's very, very highly touted.
Booker T refers to the New Day as a highly talented tag team. Don't think for a second that we forgot you were trashing that team and hoping Big E never recovers from his neck injury, asshole.
His weight just a little bit old about going to the weight at Julius Creed.
Already a minute into this NXT Tag Team Championship match and I'm already removing a sin. The strength of the Creed brothers is always so much fun to watch.
Too close to us.
Whoa.
And that double team moonsault was perfectly executed as well. Best part is Wolfgang didn't even pretend to get knocked over when he knows he wasn't hit by a moonsault. Already looking good, so let's keep it up.
To win those tag team championships. Oh,
You mean to tell me that the combined power of Mark Coffey and Wolfgang was still not enough to lift Brutus Creed even a foot off the ground? Miscommunications on the signals, I guess.
because it's going to be a long night.
Indeed, it's gonna be a long night, despite the fact that it's only 10:30 in the morning. I guess Booker T believes this show is gonna go on even when WrestleMania is in progress.
Fire.
And look,
Boy, that had to suck for Channing Lorenzo since he missed Wolfgang completely, yet still somehow was able to hurt him.
He's not going to do it.
The only thing I'm removing a sin for is the double electric chair position because of how deadly that can be. Brutus Creed missed everyone and did practically no damage, but damn, that double electric chair had me on edge.
look at Stacks. Stacks realizing.
Wrestler conveniently positions themselves with their legs at the edge of the ring just so someone could yank them away from the pinfall cliche.
Joe Coffey.
Hey look, it's Joe Coffey, and the crowd is going mild, most likely because it's the morning and they're so tired at having to get up so early just to make it to the arena. Seriously, fuck these guys.
You picked the 4.
Shawn Michaels gives Wes Lee the decision of picking his 4 opponents at Stand and Deliver for his NXT North American Championship, when the logical decision would be to have all 4 opponents earn their way in, especially considering the non-stop 24/7 championship-style brawls and chaos from the entire locker room leading into this. Also, Wes Lee chooses 3 of the 4 opponents, but then decides, nah, the last one should qualify, which once again brings up the question, why not just let everyone qualify for each of the 4 spots? Ilya Dragunov pointing so intensely that I sometimes question if he's trying to be a Russian version of Danhausen. Axiom and his LSD-like entrance. Good lord, I'm getting so dizzy just from watching it take place. Am I on drugs here? First Axiom's entrance made me think I was on drugs, and now Dragon Lee's entrance made me think my broadcast was glitching due to shitty connections. Why are all these wrestlers trying to freak me out in the wrong ways when they enter the arena? Did Wesley pick them just to fuck with me?
Hand-picking the 4 superstars.
Well, technically, Wesley did not pick Axiom because, as I've mentioned already here, the 4th spot was determined by the winner of a battle royal. Champion is surrounded by all his opponents in a multi-man match cliche. Wesley is actually surprised and confused that all 4 of his challengers have surrounded him. Like, bruh, you're the NXT North American Champion and everybody wants that title, so what did you expect them to do early on?
You talk about the airport test.
Okay, now I'm with Wesley on the confusion. Everybody was staring him down and locked him as their target, but then they went after everybody except him.
I asked you earlier in the
Honestly, even if West did not duck, there was no way that Axiom was going to connect that kick anyway. I assume he put on the mask the wrong way and took a shot in the dark? Wait, is that Sin Cara underneath that mask?
Yes, put some hot sauce on that.
It was going good with Ilya Dragunov's Rampage and chops, and then Booker T ruined it by making hot sauce references.
Oh, it's gonna kick.
2 guys who were feuding with each other prior to a multi-man championship match clears the ring, turns around, and begins staring at each other cliche.
when you just hear the oohs, you hear the ahs.
And then later there's running, and then screaming. Wait, Axiom be like, I am in the ring with the great Dragon Lee. At least I hope I am. They put the visor on the wrong way in my mask and now I can't see shit. Someone want to help me out here?
Big enough and bad enough to take.
What the freaking hell was that? Does taking a head scissors from Wesley cause Ilya Dragunov to crave throwing himself into the ring post from halfway across the ring on his own accord?
Bulk of invincibility right there on his waist.
I'm sorry, but no. That was a brutal and nasty fall from Wes, resulting in him landing on his knee from 10 feet in the air. Knee pad or not, when that happens, you don't just magically heal yourself in seconds. That's a sin.
Oh!
JD McDonough clearly got kicked in the chest, yet he clutches his gut as if that was the body part that got kicked. So Wesley can magically heal himself from nasty falls in a second, and also can illogically kick someone in the gut by kicking them in the chest.
That's better than the others.
You know, I think so.
Axiom probably didn't magically heal himself from falling outside the ring because his name is not Wesley.
Crowning achievement and...
Smart move on the part of Ilya Dragunov to stop the referee's hand from hitting them at a third time, but couldn't the referee just use his other hand to finish the count? It's not like Ilya broke up the actual pin or anything.
Oh!
Magical healing powers, activate! Oh fuck, my name's not Wesley! I'm screwed! Ow, this hurts so much!
All the hype has been about!
Brutal move from Dragon Lee, however, he should really work on the landings. His leg almost got shattered on the ring apron.
Axiom had to earn it this past Tuesday. He's trying...
What? No way. The positioning Axiom was in with the Hurricane Rana, Ilya would have gone sailing through the ropes out of the ring, not switched directions and slowly approached JD McDonough. We are really defying logic in this match, aren't we?
Looking for here. Double!
I get what Axiom was going for, but he just landed on his freaking head in that exchange, yet he's the one that isn't hurt from that double Northern Lights suplex.
Dragunov, 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 Dragunov!
Dragunov, 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 Dragunov. One more time and I would have to play the try to say that 5 times fast game.
Is held in, but oh!
There, those almost should be illegal kicks right.
I'm starting to think these wrestlers are literally invincible to anything that happens to them in a match because JD kicked Axiom in the chest as hard as he could, and all that did was make Axiom flip back up 3 seconds later and continue the offense.
Trying to lock in a submission and...
I gotta admit, the humor was right on point. Ilya Dragunov was already in a submission hold by Axiom, and then proceeds to lock in a sleeper hold on JD McDonough. Axiom is visibly confused at the situation, and I love it.
Cover! Count! Wesley!
Wesley better work on the timing because the referee had to momentarily pause his count just to give him time to do the corkscrew flip. By the time he landed, Ilya should have gotten a complete 3 count and won the title.
Into the cover, the count, and Wesley.
Same sin as above.
More these men wanted tonight, Vic.
Again, Booker, it's not nighttime, it's literally breakfast time. 11 o'clock in the morning over here on the West Coast. I would know, I was enjoying Denny's in my hotel. Good shit.
We got a new champion.
Why would you say that, Vic?
What the North American Championship means.
Alright, that was awesome. Nothing illogical happened there and all the timing was correct. I'll take off a sin here.
Look, what else you want?
Wesley broke up the pin and literally has his arm over Ilya Dragunov, yet the referee completely ignores it. There's another pin going on, dude.
Drive the torpedo right through the...
First off, there's no way Wes would have been able to figure out that Ilya was going for the kill since he had his back turned the entire time. But also, Ilya had his momentum up at maximum and then slowly approached Dragon Lee because Wes didn't time anything correctly.
The cardiac kid!
Ilya Dragunov gets pinned despite not getting hit by anything in that last move. It was Dragon Lee who took the full force of Wes's kick, while Ilya was entirely spared. Great match, but what in the hell was with that ending?
Wrestle with an alligator. Tussle with a whale.
Elton Prince pretended to write down notes on his hand, and I could honestly just care less about what's going on here. Skip!
I am NXT. Without me, it's nothing.
I am this promotion, and it is nothing without me, even though it was already something before I arrived, cliche. Grayson Waller is just the next person to say that. Instagram Live. Also, WWE put the live on Instagram logo to censor the comments just in case the viewers were being less than friendly. Here's a reason why putting a split screen for the Instagram live stream is a bad idea. It's not even in sync with what Grayson Waller is actually doing right now. Absolutely adorable that Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano brought their son to watch this match, but I would honestly have put some earmuffs on Quill for fear of his hearing. We are in a loud arena, and that could be dangerous to a baby's hearing. Just a little concerned, that's all.
NXT. Oh!
Pre-match assault, but also a smart move on the part of Johnny Gargano for seeing that Grayson Waller had a steel chair already in his hand and not wanting to take a risk. I will add a sin for the pre-match assault, but also remove a sin for the smart strategy. In other words, nothing happened to the sin counter yet.
Whoa!
Well, guess Booker T is going to spend the rest of his life hating on Johnny Gargano like he did with the New Day after Johnny threw Grayson into him.
It's unsanctioned, as I was trying to say.
As you were trying to say? Vic, you said that this match was unsanctioned several times already, successfully too, without interruption, so I wouldn't qualify that as something you were trying to say. Johnny Gargano doesn't realize that he's literally gifting all these weapons to Grayson Waller by throwing them in the ring one at a time. He's been in this position in NXT many times over the years and hasn't figured out that's a bad strategy yet. It literally backfired on him many times before.
He's falling!
Ow, that was brutal to see and hear at the same time. Not even 5 minutes in and we're already getting some brutal chaos. You love to see it.
The popularity of Gargano.
Gargano? Literally everybody refers to him as Johnny Gargano. Even Booker T himself did multiple times already. So where is this Gargano pronunciation coming from?
You're not gonna seal on it, take that!
That buckle bomb into the corner was brutal, but let's just be thankful that Johnny was completely safe from the garbage can that was stuck in the corner since Grayson was clearly aiming for it and failed.
Gargano!
Johnny Gargano loves playing musical chairs. The way he suplexed Grayson Waller onto them made me cringe and pain very hard. Let's take two sins off this time. I'm with BDE on the reaction to what just went down. This unsanctioned match indeed is chaotic. Plus, it's BDE, and he's always deserving of a sinner mover because he's an awesome friend. So try and fight me on that one.
Grayson Waller.
Oh, Johnny realized Grayson got...
Johnny was clearly watching Grayson even before the latter could flip over the table, yet still didn't see that cutter coming. Karma's a bitch.
Pacific.
What are the odds that Shane McMahon saw this moment and it was enough to convince him to come back the next day for WrestleMania 39 Part 2? Too soon? The referee stopped the count well before Johnny Gargano could ever kick out. So no, this unsanctioned match is over and Grayson Waller is the winner.
Destroying...
Legal under the unsanctioned match rules, but Grayson Waller is still addicted to Johnny's Garganos. Grayson Waller had the chance to defeat Johnny Gargano, but ended up pulling at Johnny Gargano from 2017 to 2020 by stalling at the wrong moments and losing. I'm not bringing in the Johnny failure thing because Johnny kicked my ass last year at WrestleCon for that, but it wouldn't be an NXT Sins featuring Johnny Gargano without referencing the old days.
Your hopes and dreams of coming the NXT.
How has nobody kicked Pretty Deadly's asses yet? And why do they keep changing outfits for every sequence they're in?
Hey, man, we just get started.
Not exactly, Booker. We have 2 title matches and less than an hour of showtime left, so I wouldn't say we're just getting started with Stand and Deliver.
It was the kiss around the world, and now, already...
Smart move on the part of Kiana James to push Fallon Henley out of the way from Alba Fire's oncoming attack, but couldn't she have just pulled herself and Fallon backwards so that neither one of them would get hit? This is just Kiana finding an excuse to be a dick to Fallon.
Deliver. Who's gonna walk away?
Cover.
Kiana James had perfect timing to push Fallon Henley out of the way from an attack earlier, but has crap timing in trying to break up a pinfall.
Now. Oh!
What the hell happened there? Does punching Alba Fire suddenly cause Fallon Henley to feel the pain as well? What kind of voodoo magic shit is this?
Right now, she's on fire, though, Vic.
Haha, fuck you.
Get out. Oh, yes.
Taken out.
I really wish I had the power to skip a match without sitting it and go straight to the main event because this is absolutely horrible to watch.
James not realizing this 2-on-1 assault.
I'm pretty sure that Kiana James realizes that Fallon Henley is in the middle of a 2-on-1 assault. Why else would she be in the ring protesting to the referee?
Kiana James is legal.
I saw that.
Book James is legal.
Booker T literally just said that he saw Kiana make the tag, yet Vic Joseph is still constantly yelling at him about that. Calm the hell down already. Booker answered you the first time. Fallon and Kiana lose the NXT Women's Tag Team titles because of this. I get that's what the story was building up to. That doesn't mean it's a good thing. But hey, I'm just ready for the main event to take place already.
The next WWE Premium Live event in the United States, Battleground.
Well, technically no, because Puerto Rico is hosting Backlash and that area is considered a United States territory. I think you meant to say the next NXT Premium Live event in the United States. Also, May 28th? Oh god, that's gonna stir up a lot of annoying conversations on Twitter and post-media scrums next month. I just gotta remove a sin for the excellent build-up video this long-awaited main event has. Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. Sure, the match didn't deliver as much as we would have hoped, but I can't take away the chills I got from this video. Here we go.
Banger after banger.
Rumor has it that Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes tried to hunt down Trick Williams after this for stealing their catchphrase. Fuck, what an epic entrance for Carmelo Hayes. Really adds to the adrenaline we got for this main event. Not to mention the great tribute to Kobe Bryant with a number 8 on his leg. Not just Carmelo Hayes, but Braun Breaker as well. Man, these entrances were bone-chilling and you love to see it. Gotta love Braun Breaker's intimidation tactics against Carmelo Hayes with the dog charge. Shows him that you can't outrun or overpower the NXT champion.
A little bit back. Oh!
Ropes were probably slippery because everyone in the North American title match were bouncing all over them earlier. But also, good as this match was, this was the moment where Carmelo and Braun never recovered from.
Hayes, but he's gonna try one more time.
Braun Breaker knew Carmelo's springboard tackle was coming because he already saw him slip and fall the first time. And I'll be honest, that has more impact than if Carmelo tried it the second time and successfully took down Braun. Well done.
And again, now look at Breaker up and over.
Man, just how does Braun Breaker do this? It's absolutely wild to see a picture-perfect Hurricane Rana from someone his size. Maybe this match wasn't so bad after all.
Moving at a fast pace and right.
I have no idea if that was supposed to be a backbreaker by Braun or a spinning neck breaker by Carmelo. Whatever happened there, it messed up big time.
What?
Trick Williams is actually surprised that he got ejected from ringside after blatantly getting involved in full view of the referee's eyes.
Did he get enough to retain the NXT?
Nope, doesn't look like Braun Breaker did enough to retain the NXT. Whatever the hell an NXT is supposed to be.
Right back in, pump kick connects under the jaw.
Taking that pump kick from Carmelo Hayes was enough for Braun Breaker to walk across the ring and throw himself out of there on his own accord. There's been quite a few frequent moments of this happening lately.
Can't win the NXT title on a pinfall.
Well, if that's the case, it looks like Carmelo Hayes is shit out of luck and has to resort to submissions if he wants to become the NXT champion today.
Whoa! You gotta be kidding me!
Perfect reaction from Vic Joseph indeed. Let's take off 3 sins right now for that sudden top rope Hurricane Rana. Perfectly executed.
You got to be kidding
That's
me.
what I just said, book!
Vic Joseph will be great at Cinema Sins 2 expansion.
Is it gonna work? Oh!
The referee gets knocked over at the crucial point in the match cliche. But damn, that was actually a brutal way for the referee to go down. So for once, I'll actually remove a sin for it. That looked nasty in all the best ways.
Vic, he's got tapped.
The challenge.
Wrestler taps out when the referee is knocked out, thus the match will continue cliche. Saw that one coming.
We got a new.
The interference from Trick Williams did nothing to help Carmelo Hayes, thankfully. I'm just glad that Carmelo won the NXT Championship without the need of unnecessary bullshit. What a win and what a crowd reaction. Wonder if they're too exhausted to travel through Hollywood traffic to WrestleMania later today.